Good afternoon, friends. In this video lecture, I will talk about the nutrition in bacteria. So we have started about the reproduction in bacteria, gram staining in bacteria, and one more, that is the nutrition in bacteria. Today I am going to talk about this. So nutrition in bacteria, it is your topic. Okay. The topic name is the nutrition in bacteria. Nutrition in bacteria. Okay. So nutrition in bacteria, what is the nutrition? Because nutrition is compulsory phenomenon. We are without nourishment, we can't living here. How we became like this up to this age? How we came due to the nourishment, due to the nutrition. If we will not get the nutrition, means we will not get the energy. So nutrition is a type of obtaining the food to produce the energy. Okay, this is the nutrition. Nutrition in bacteria, it is classified into the two different types. You can say in nutrition in bacteria, nutrition in bacteria, nutrition in bacteria. How many types? It is only considered as a two different types. It have classified into how many types? Two different types. So number one, first one is the autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition, and second is the heterotrophic nutrition. So two different types. So first one is the autotrophic, and second one is the heterotrophic. Nutrition in bacteria, basically autotrophic and heterotrophic. You have to learn in plus means in 10th standard, +1 +2. Continue, you have to. Autotrophic means those which have ability to produce own food material, that is called autotrophic. Heterotrophic, I am not going to talk. Okay. But what is the important here? Autotrophic is autotrophic bacteria. Again, it classified into the two different types. This autotrophic bacteria, it have again classified into the two different types. So first is, you can see, first one is considered as a autotrophic bacteria. First one is the autotrophic bacteria. Okay. What is the photoautotrophic bacteria? If you read the name, so photoautotrophic bacteria, you can say photo means light, autotrophic means here they have given. So this type of the bacteria, they have ability to trap the sunlight, and this sunlight is going to produce, because sunlight is a mechanical energy. This mechanical energy is going to convert into the for work. That means it is also sunlight is a electromagnetic way. So this electromagnetic radiation is going to convert into our body as a form of chemical energy in the form of ATP. It is happening inside our body. And in case of the any living beings, the energy means energy generally found in the form of chemical, that is ATP. So here sunlight, that is electromagnetic radiation or mechanical energy, this get trapped, this mechanical energy, or you can say electrical energy, sorry, not electrical energy, electromagnetic radiation. So this electromagnetic radiation trapped by the bacteria, and this is converted into chemical energy in the form of ATP, and this ATP generally uptake this ATP utilized for their work purposes and other activities. Okay. Now example is very much important. So here example, they have given the example of this bacteria, that is called the green. Example is the green and purple, green and purple sulfur bacteria. The example is the green, purple sulfur bacteria. The photoautotrophic bacteria example is the green purple sulfur bacteria. These are the chromatophore. We know very well. We have studied the previous classes about the structure of bacteria. They have the chromatophore. In the chromatophore, they have the pigment, and these pigments it involves in the trap to sunlight, and that sunlight converted into the chemical form of ATP, and this ATP is going to utilize for their work, respiration, and other work, other body function, other metabolic activity of bacteria. Now, second type. So second, you can see second I told, that is the chemoautotrophic. So second type of nutrition that is considered as a chemoautotrophic type of nutrition. Okay. What is the chemoautotrophic? In case of the chemo means chemical related. What they are doing, this bacteria, they generally utilize the chemical substances, either maybe nitrate, sulfate, phosphate, carbon, hydrogen, any molecules, or in the form of their derivatives or directly. So this bacteria they are going to utilize and either maybe perform oxidation or reduction. With the help of this chemical reaction, they are going to form the ATP, and this ATP used for the metabolic activity of bacteria. So chemoautotrophic. You already studied. I am telling one simple concept that you know very well about the nitrogen fixation phenomenon. Nitrogen fixation that is performed by the bacteria, and this bacteria, when nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen converted into the ammonia, this ammonia, means NH3. NH3. This is the ammonia. This ammonia is going to convert it into the nitrite, NO2 minus. So there is one bacteria involved. So this is a type of oxidation reaction. Ammonia is going to convert it into their derivatives, nitrites. It is the oxidation. I told chemoautotrophic bacteria, they perform oxidation or reduction, and during this chemical reaction, they are going to produce the ATP, and this ATP utilized for their metabolic activity. So here one bacteria example, and the name of bacteria is the Nitrosomonas. Nitrosomonas or Pseudomonas bacteria generally. Again, this nitrate is going to again oxidize into the nitrite, NO3 minus. Okay, NO3 minus. Nitrite is going to nitrite is going to oxidize again into nitrate, and this nitrate perform the oxidation by another bacteria, and the name of bacteria is the Nitrobacter. Okay, so nitrite and ammonia is going to convert it into nitrite. Oxidation phenomenon, here bacteria involved, Nitrosomonas or Pseudomonas, and this nitrite again going to oxidize, and it forms the nitrate which performed by the bacteria, that is Nitrobacter. This bacteria convert and they utilize their energy and produce the energy in the form of ATP, and this ATP is going to use for their metabolic activity. So this is the autotrophic bacteria. Here they are not dependent on any living beings, or not getting the nutrition from any other living beings. They have its own ability. They are going to perform the photoautotrophic type of nutrition or chemoautotrophic. Photoautotrophic means they have the chromatophore in which pigment located, and these pigments they have ability to trap the sunlight and utilize this pigment to production of the energy in form of ATP. While chemoautotrophic, they will perform the oxidation or reduction reaction with the different chemical substances which I have given. There is also hydrogen bacteria, Hydrozoomonas, sulfur bacteria, thiobacillus, okay, and iron bacteria, ferrobacillus. So different types of the bacteria which is going to utilize the inorganic substances for the production of ATP molecule. So this is called the autotrophic nutrition. So this is called the autotrophic of nutrition. So now autotrophic nutrition is going to finish. Next, we will talk about the heterotrophic of nutrition. Heterotrophic, I told a number of times, you already studied in 10th standard, from 10th standard to onwards. Now you are studying. Okay. So heterotrophic means this type of the bacteria for the food, they are dependent on the other. Okay. Now heterotrophic, you can see This heterotrophic, again they have classified into the three different types. This heterotrophic again classified into the three different types. Now you can see heterotrophic. Look at the heterotrophic. I am telling here they have classified into the three different types. Okay, this is 1, 2, and here one more, that is the 3. Okay, so heterotrophic is the three different types. Number one is the saprophytic. Number one is the saprophytic. Second is the parasitic. Second is the parasitic type of heterotrophic nutrition. And third is the symbiotic type of nutrition. Okay, so here how many types it have given? It have given the three different types. It have given the three different types. Just wait one second. Okay, it have given the how many types? It have given the three different types. Okay, so first one is the saprophytic. Saprophytic, you know, fungi definition, if you know very well about the fungi, it is the saprotroph which grow on the dead and decaying organic matter. So saprophytic, it is a type of heterotroph, those bacteria which is growing on the dead and decaying organic matter, that is called the saprophytic. This type of bacteria example is the Clostridium. Clostridium bacteria. Clostridium bacteria. Clostridium, this is the bacteria, gram-negative bacteria found in the free-form soil. These only grow on the dead and decaying organic matter. They cause one disease. The name of disease is known as the tetanus, caused by the bacteria Clostridium tetani. So this is the saprophytic or saprotrophic. You can't say saprophytic, that is saprotrophic. So saprotrophic of nutrition in bacteria, the bacteria which is eating the dead and decaying organic matter, that is called the saprophytic. Example, Clostridium is the example of the saprophytic. And I told this Clostridium is the gram-negative bacteria found in the free-form soil, and this cause a disease which is known as the tetanus. Now come on the next point. Next is the parasitic. Okay, what is the parasitic? Just look at about the parasitic type of bacteria. In case of the parasitic, this parasites means already it is heterotrophic. They grow on the, because host and guest relationship, that is the parasite. So this type of the parasite bacteria generally grows on in your body or in other plants in the epiphytic manner, endophytic manner, epizoic manner, endozoic manner, or they are present or inside our body or upper side or on the surface of body. Okay, so this parasitic bacteria, they have the two types. There is the two criteria. In one is called the obligate. One is called the obligate parasites. Obligate parasites. And another one is the obligate parasites. Another is the facultative. Facultative parasites. What is means of this? Obligate means strict. Obligate means strict. Okay, strict type. Strict means you can say if you will remove the host, the parasites cannot survive. This is called the obligate parasite. Means if they are living in the particular host, so their life cycle should be completed with the present of as usual host. If you have replaced the host, their life cycle never completes. So this is called the obligate parasites. And there is the facultative parasites, means they have the option. Suppose that at your home you are eating this type of the vegetable. Suppose that you are eating idli and dosa every day. If you are eating, that is okay. Means you have to dependency. Most of them, suppose that you are continue eating idli and dosa, then it is okay. Next day what happened? There is no idli dosa. They have changed their food. So then what you will say? I will not eat. I will not eat. That is called obligate parasite. I will not eat means you, that is obligate. But facultative parasites means like me. If there is no idli dosa, so we can eat everything. Okay. So I can adjust. So that is facultative parasite. Obligate parasites means this type of the Bacteria, if host is removed, so they can't survive. So this is called the obligate parasite. Example, most of the bacterial disease, you can, very simple example, that is the tuberculosis. I'm talking about the tuberculosis. This is caused by the bacteria Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It is a type of disease. There is the large number of disease which caused by the bacteria, and this parasitic bacteria involves. Okay. And third most important, third you can see, this is the symbiotic. This is the symbiotic types of the bacteria. Symbiotic means this is the mutual relationship between two individuals. Okay. Either maybe algae, bryophyte, algae, plant, algae, fungus, different things there. Okay. But here symbiotic means I'm talking about symbiotic, not other particular. But symbiotic means mutual understanding between two individuals. Now this symbiotic type of the heterotrophic nutrition, there is the bacteria. Example is the rhizobium. Rhizobium bacteria. Rhizobium bacteria, this is the symbiotic bacteria which is found in the root nodules of leguminous plant, which is found in the root nodules of leguminous plant. And the function of rhizobium bacteria, it involves in the nitrogen fixation phenomenon, because in plants there is the much deficiency of nitrogen into the soil. So this deficiency overcome by this rhizobium bacteria. So rhizobium is the symbiotic nitrogen fixation bacteria found in the root nodules of leguminous plant. Okay. Another one which is not related to topic, but you have to know, some bacteria which also involves in the nitrogen fixation phenomenon, and this bacteria is the free living, that is azotobacter. Azotobacter. Azotobacter is the bacteria which is considered as a free living bacteria. It also involves in the nitrogen fixation, but it is not symbiotic. That's why I told you this is not related to your topic, but you have to know azotobacter is the free living bacteria which also involves in the nitrogen fixation. Okay. So this is the type of nutrition what we have to see. There is the two different types of nutrition in bacteria, autotrophic, heterotrophic. In autotrophic, just you can see, in autotrophic there is the two. First one is the photoautotrophic and second is the chemoautotrophic. In photoautotrophic, example is the green purple sulfur bacteria, and chemoautotrophic nitrosomonas, nitrobacter, and hydrozinomonas, thiobacillus, sulfur bacteria, carbon bacteria, and different bacteria is there which is utilizing inorganic substance to produce the ATP molecules. Heterotrophic, here they have given saprophytic, that is the Clostridium, and parasitic, that is obligate or facultative type. Example is the disease causing bacteria, and this is the symbiotic, that is rhizobium, which involves in the nitrogen fixation phenomenon. Okay, so this is the overall about the nutrition in bacteria, and I have a small request with you. So kindly everyone should share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for regular updates. So thank you everyone.